It's official. Texas has finally invoked the U.S. Constitution and declared an invasion at the southern border. We're going to take a look at the emergency powers that Governor Greg Abbott has invoked, and we're going to see how out of control illegal immigration is actually bringing the Democrats to the breaking point, which means amazing news for Trump in 2024. You're not going to want to miss this. Hey, gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your Patriot Professor, here to help you to think better so you can feel better in these crazy and turbulent times. So if you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. And also, if you would, please share this video with friends and family. We are once again being suppressed by big tech, so I need your help to get the hopeful message of this channel out to as many people as possible. So now it is official. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has formally invoked Article 1, Section 10, Clause 3 of the U.S. Constitution, which gives the right to every state to declare actual war if they're being invaded or in imminent danger. You may not know this, but individual states can actually declare war. It's not a power solely for the federal government. It's an inherent part of the separation of powers. States do not need Congress's approval. It doesn't even have to be an army invading. Some of the founding fathers, like James Madison, explicitly stated that Article 1, Section 10 could be invoked against smugglers. Madison specifically cited Virginia using its militia to stop smugglers as an example of a valid exercise of the invasion powers. Again, the principle is simply one of state sovereignty. If the sovereignty of a state is violated, that state has the right to declare war on an individual basis without congressional approval. And if this isn't a violation of state sovereignty, if this isn't an invasion that would have horrified Madison and our founding fathers, then the term is simply meaningless. Governor Abbott has sent an official letter to Bumblin' Biden informing him that the state of Texas has asserted its right as a sovereign state to invoke Article 1, Section 10, and that they are now taking all necessary measures to stop this flow of illegal immigration that's crossing the borders by the hundreds of thousands per month. As such, Abbott is deploying the Texas National Guard, the Texas Department of Public Safety, and local law enforcement to man the border. There are also a number of Patriot border militias there as well, patriots who've up and left their homes and careers to travel southward and patrol the southern border. One of our dear friends to this channel, an Insider Club member, Dave Munson, he's a member of Patriots for America, who've organized the southern border to work together with Border Patrol officials to deter and apprehend those caught violating our southern border. Moreover, Texas officials are once again installing a marine barrier installation along the Rio Grande River, which consists of orange buoys with webbing to prevent people from swimming underneath. They're also filling in the gaps between the border walls that were constructed during Trump's tenure with massive cargo containers and barbed wire so as to prevent illegal crossings. Now, as Governor Abbott is finally busying himself with securing our southern border, up north, if you can believe it, it's the Democrats that have reached a breaking point when it comes to illegal immigration, one that may prove to be their ultimate undoing. You're going to love this. But first, gang, you need to click on that link below and learn how to stick it to the establishment by using their own corruption against them. You know exactly what I'm talking about here. Companies like BlackRock have been bribing corrupt politicians like Nancy Pelosi with insider trading secrets for decades now. They know a whole host of trading secrets that gives them an unfair advantage when picking stocks. But did you know that thanks to a little-known SEC database, guess what? We have access to those very same secrets as well. We get to see what stocks these corporate CEOs are buying up in real time, and then we get to piggyback on their trades to gain the same advantage for ourselves that Pelosi and the crooks in D.C. have. My friend Ross Givens has been tracking insider trading for years, and his recommendations have led to investment returns of over 200%. Some have hit as high as nearly 1,500%. And now, gang, it's your turn. Click on that link below right now and learn how you too can learn to trade like Pelosi. Click on that link and learn how to gain an insider advantage for yourself today. The irony in all of this is that the scourge of illegal immigration that's infesting our nation is even bringing the Democrats to a breaking point, if you can believe it. I mean, we're seeing this particularly in New York, where Democrat politicians like Mayor Eric Adams is pleading with bumbling Biden to secure the southern border, or New Yorkers are going to lose their city. Those are the exact words of this Democrat mayor. We're going to lose our city. It's already happening. According to Adams, half of Manhattan's hotels are currently occupied by illegal migrants. You heard that right, 50%. I mean, I'm not planning on visiting Manhattan anytime soon after hearing those stats. Moreover, Mayor Adams has had to inflict budget cuts on city funding, spending, and services in order to accommodate the illegal migrants. And now the voters are beginning to turn on the Democrats, so much so that even the governor of New York, the ultra-repulsive Kathy Hochul, is crying uncle, saying New York can't handle any more migrants.
We have to let the word out that when you come to New York, we're not going to have more hotel rooms. We don't have capacity. So we have to also message properly that we're at our limit. If you're going to leave your country, go somewhere else. But the smarter thing is to apply for asylum before you leave your country.
And that's amazing. It's amazing. You just heard a Democrat tell migrants, hey, you need to obey the law. You need to enter into our nation legally, right? These are laws there to prevent precisely this kind of crisis in the first place. But of course, laws that bumbling Biden is deliberately refusing to enforce. Studies on both sides of the Atlantic, here at home and abroad in Europe, show that illegal immigration is one of the single most galvanizing issues out there for voters. Voters, and believe it or not, in both parties, ironically, expect their borders to be enforced. They expect migrants to honor our laws, and if they don't, they need to be deported. That's precisely what President Trump is promising. Trump says that he's going to carry out the single largest domestic deportation operation in American history if reelected. He told a rally in Iowa that he plans to invoke what's called the Alien Enemies Act to remove all known or suspected gang members, drug dealers, or cartel members from the United States, as well as shift massive portions of federal law enforcement to immigration enforcement, including parts of the FBI, Department of Homeland Security, Drug Enforcement Administration, and the ATF. And so in many respects, it's 2016 all over again. The insanity at the southern border that helped elect Trump the first time looks like an even worse insanity promises to elect him again. Hey, gang, I know what it's like to feel alone out there in these turbulent times, but I broke free. If you too have been looking for a community with like-minded patriots who are serious about resisting globalism, building a parallel economy, and having intelligent and deep fellowship on a regular basis, then you've come to the right place. In my Courageous Patriot Insiders community, we're building a close-knit movement of, by, and for patriots who are breaking free from the outrage and despair cycles of the mainstream media and taking on the fight against globalism. Every week, I deep dive into the content I can't share on big tech and give you the cliff notes on the truth of how patriots just like you are building up their communities, starting patriot businesses, and fighting the woke in both public and private. All with a few history and political lessons from yours truly, of course. If you want to stop feeling alone as a patriot and stand together with this fast-growing community, be sure to click on the link in the description below. Don't wait. Join me and my Patriot Coalition today, and let's get fighting.